Hey guys, I am going to do just kind of a quick soft-spoken ramble and just some like gum chewing and popping and blowing bubbles. It's been like a week since I uploaded, but we've been kind of sick around here, which you can hear in my voice probably. But I'm going to just try to squeeze in a little video and maybe not have a ton of talking, but I just wanted to be able to upload something. So I'm going to start out with some bubble yum, which you guys know I love, but can't always chew a ton because of the way that it irritates my teeth. But it sounded really good today. I've had kind of a sweet tooth, which is not super normal for me. So it was like a week and a half ago, I guess, that my son woke up with a cold. You know, I feel like before COVID, like pre-COVID, when the weather would change, people would just kind of get colds. More than just when the weather changes, but I feel like that in particular are times when people like are adjusting to the weather change. And honestly, it's kind of been so back and forth where I am that it is not consistent, and I think that that is making it more difficult to adjust. But all that to say, pre-COVID, it was just normal, and it was like, okay, everybody's got a cold, whatever, go about your life. But since COVID, I feel like anytime somebody gets a cold, it's like, oh no, is this a cold or is this more than a cold? Should we go anywhere? So you're just more cautious, and I think I try to be cautious for the sake of others. Like, I don't want to be responsible for like my child getting another child sick. But all I have to say, it's just a cold, like, but after he had had his cold for like 5 days, I woke up with a cold, which is to be expected, but it has not been a fun couple of days. This weekend was pretty rough, but I will say, it's rough when you don't feel well and you also have a child that doesn't feel well. Like, it's just hard. I finally did take him to the doctor yesterday because he had been sick for about 10 days, and I was like, okay, well, he's not getting better, so this may be more than just a cold at this point. Wouldn't you know, he has an ear infection. So, felt very bad for him. And you know, he hasn't had an ear infection for 10 days, but it eventually turned into that. So, he finally got some medicine, and hopefully He seemed to be doing a little bit better today, but I am doing a little bit better, but I still sound like this, you know. But hopefully we're turning a corner in this house. Whenever we get sick in this house, I feel like we drink so much orange juice. I don't know if you guys are that way, but I view orange juice as like a, I don't know. Whenever I have a cold, I feel like it's like something I feel like I need. I don't know if it helps. I mean, you know, it's got vitamin C. But my kind of like routine when I'm sick is to wake up and immediately fix a glass of orange juice with one of those emergency packets mixed into it. If I just mix one of those emergency packets into water, it is so disgusting to me, and it is like, I mean, I'm not a child, I'll drink it down, but when I mix it in with orange juice, it tastes good to me. And so I feel more just like I'm drinking a glass of orange juice, which I love. So I have gone through so much orange juice in the past week. And it's so funny because I feel like I'll start off, I really like, what is it? Tropicana. Yeah, I feel like that's the one that I typically get that I really like. But after buying it, like, for so many days, I feel like we end up just switching to the generic brand because it's so expensive. In my normal daily life, I just drink water. Like, I don't spend much money on beverages because I drink coffee and water. So I will say I love carbonated water. So I do keep carbonated water in my fridge, but I don't drink it every day. So like, I just drink it when I am like having a craving for something other than just still water. So when I go through like a massive orange juice binge, it feels like I'm spending so much money on just a beverage. But so I end up switching to the generic brand eventually when it's been so long. Because I'm not kidding, like a half gallon, like I can easily drink that in one day when I'm feeling sick. Maybe like a day and a half, but still, I mean, that's a lot of orange juice. It reminded me though, when I was pregnant with my son, I drank so much orange juice. That was like a really refreshing drink to me. And I tried so hard not to drink like soda, and I limited my caffeine intake. And so like, that was a drink that I felt like was so refreshing to me without having like the caffeine or sugar. Well, it has sugar, but not the kind of sugar that's in like sodas. So I had a lot of that when I was pregnant. But then besides that, I normally just keep it in my house when I'm sick. That and cough drops are kind of my go-to. Orange juice, emergency cough drops. And I don't do it every day when I'm sick, but I have a tendency to have like hot tea with lemon and honey. So when I first started feeling my scratchy throat, I went and got a lemon. Because I keep tea and honey in my house, but I don't always have lemons. And soup. Now I'm just like thinking of all the things I've been doing. I have soup, chicken noodle soup and tomato soup. All the time. And if I have chicken noodle, I put lots of like ground pepper in it, because when it's kind of spicy or like has that kind of like pepper, I feel like it opens up my sinuses and helps me breathe. So I've had at least a can of soup a day. what do you guys like to keep on hand when you're sick or with like cold stuff? Like, do you guys have any recommendations or just like comfort things that you like when you're sick? Hopefully the weather will change and stay changed very soon. I'm ready for fall. I love the shift and like the energy, and because like I love summer, but you eventually kind of reach a point if you live in a place with like hot summers where you're like, okay, I need a break. I need a break from the heat. And when I can finally like wear a sweatshirt outside, it's the best. It's the best. And it's almost time for me to start keeping like the pumpkin spice coffee in my house. I've gotten a couple pumpkin spice lattes, but I don't often go to like Starbucks and other places. Like, I don't do that very much. So kind of my fall treat is to get like the pumpkin spice flavored coffee at the store and just make that at home in the fall. I love it. And Aldi usually does some kind, like they usually do holiday type blends or like seasonal blends. I'm pretty sure last year I got pumpkin spice at Aldi, but when I went last week and looked, they had not put that out yet. So either I'm wrong about that or they just haven't put it out yet. I love Aldi. That's where I get my carbonated water when I can. I love their grapefruit carbonated water. It's so good. I'm trying to think if there was another one that I liked. If there's passion fruit I really like. I can't remember if that is an Aldi brand or not. Grapefruit and passion fruit are probably my favorite flavors of carbonated water. I used to hate carbonated water. Hated it. But once I got pregnant in the summer time. And so I needed something refreshing that felt different. And so carbonated water was the thing. And I kind of acquired the taste for it. I don't feel like I had the taste initially, but I was like, okay, I think I can drink this. And then I started to love it. Now it's so refreshing. I love it. My husband hates it. Hates it. My son, sometimes I'll let him have a sip, and he is obsessed with it. My husband really likes the like Crystal Light packs. We'll make like a half-gallon pitcher with a big like Crystal Light pack, like raspberry lemonade. That's what he loves. That's his go-to drink that we just keep all the time. And I like it okay. Like sometimes I'll have a glass, but I usually just drink regular water. But I do find, I don't know if you guys find this when I'm sick, which this is a bad thing, because when you're sick, especially, you need to stay super hydrated. But I find that I don't want to drink water as much when I'm sick. I just don't. So I have to force myself, but that's where the orange juice comes in handy, because I do drink a lot of that. But I know I need to drink a lot of water when I'm sick, and it's just not, I kind of have to like force myself to do it. Like remind myself that I need to be doing it. Anyway, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you're doing better than I am. Hopefully all of us come through the seasonal change without much sickness in our homes. I hope you enjoyed this video,